Have you ever been broken before? And I mean like laying on the kitchen floor, crying, the dog's licking your face, broken. I have. I've been there before. And you would think that sometimes, like, when you're going through that kind of season, things will never go right. But the interesting thing about that is that sometimes that's how God has to help us conform to his will. My wife and I went on vacation this summer, and we went and saw this beautiful mosaic art, and along the wall there was a place that was kind of had a divot, and you could tell where the artist just broke the tile to place it in there and glued it all into place. And someone asked, actually, like, well, why didn't they just heat the tile up to conform it, to that? But I think it's because, like in God's way, sometimes he has to break us and to show those imperfections, to bless us. And that way we can show the perfection in all the cracks that we have. The Japanese have a pottery, and it's called kintsugi. And basically they break pottery and then they glue it back together, but they use veins of gold. This kind of reminds me of how God would be, just like engraving glass or etching glass. Sometimes the beauty is in the imperfection, and God binds us back together, makes us new again, but we still have all these cracks, but they're lined with gold. Or like in the glass situation, the etching, the light coming through that crack, that small crack, is what makes the beauty. And I think when it comes to that this is all biblical. Jesus talked about this a lot too. I mean, whenever Jesus fed the 5,000, and when Jesus had the Last Supper, what did he do? He broke bread. He broke the bread, and the Last Supper he said, this is my body given to you. So on top of this, the symbolism of breaking bread and saying that that's his sacrifice, like his body, there's also this symbolism of like feeding the 5,000 and breaking the bread. And he broke bread thousands of times in the Bible, but every time he broke it, he blessed it, right? And I think that's how it is with us sometimes. Not sometimes, all the time. I think God has to break us to perfect us. And maybe not perfect us to this world, because we're not of this world as followers of Christ. I think it's to make us that much better and have that gold lining, or that perfect fracture, So remember, when you're going through these times when you are broken and you're laying on the floor and the dog's licking your face and you're crying and you don't know what to do next, these are the days that James says that you should take joy in, because God's refining you. Just another example, God said, I'm the potter, you're the clay. It goes back to the kintsugi. You have the potter that's at his will can break you and rebuild you and make you better. So allow him to do such a thing. You know, you can stay stuck in the season if you want, but it's not healthy. God's there for you. James says, take great joy in this, because God's working in your life. It may not be positive right now, but there's always going to be a positive thing that comes out of it. Just keep your heart with God. Don't fear his next step, because he will bring you to the next level. You are blessed, and even though you're not perfect, God will mend you with these veins of silver, or these perfect little fractures where he can allow his light to come through. God bless you. I hope you have a good day. Bye.